Good afternoon, TikTok. I'm just sitting here having a bit of lunch, and I thought to myself, what can I do to make this lunch break the most exciting and informative that it can possibly be? I know, I'll pick up my copy of Money Week and give it a good read. So, yes, exciting might not be the word, but I do highly rate this magazine, if you can call it a magazine. Maybe it's a journal, a newspaper. It's better than The Economist. The Economist is, I don't know who it's written for. People who are running the planet, probably. The Economist is so dry. It's such a struggle to read. Money Week, I think, is really good for normal people. For people that have a house with a mortgage and earn normal money. This is 3rd of June, so it's a little bit out of date. But the reason I wanted to do this TikTok is because yesterday I was talking about the Bank of England base rate and inflation. Today I want to talk about a recession. So this article, for the last month, I would say, of reading this weekly magazine, there's been moot stories about recessions, inflation, doom and gloom, all that sort of stuff, food banks, blah, blah, blah. And this article was basically saying a recession in the UK is less likely. It's saying it makes a consumption-driven recession less likely. So I think what it's saying is that in lockdown, everybody saved lots of money because they didn't go on holidays, they didn't have anything to spend it on. No days out, no meals out, no boozing, all that sort of stuff. No holidays, all the rest of it. Yeah, fair enough. A lot of people did spend money on their own property, but that's still not as much as they would have normally spent. So everybody sat on a cushion of savings. That's the theory. I don't know if that applies to everybody. I don't know if it applies to you. That's the theory, is that there's a buffer. And so, yes, while inflation's going up, mortgage rates will go up, which means less houses will be sold because lending will be more expensive. And housing and the housing market and construction does drive the economy a lot. The theory is that there won't be a deep or bad recession. There won't be like mass unemployment and redundancies because people do have money. There is a lot of work around, so the economy will keep ticking over, basically. That's in layman's terms. This is two-page article, so it's a big one from this paper. Normally they're quarter of a page, 1 page max. 2 pages. I've read it all. I understand it. It's written in good English. And I agree with it. I don't think there's a big recession coming. A lot of people have been saying about a recession, a dip, house prices, all this sort of stuff. At the end of the day, right now, everything is just leveling out. In the last couple of years, things went silly. Lots of people wanted to move fast because of COVID, which is understandable. And prices shot up about 10 or 12%. On average, normally housing prices are going up about 5%. So it seems to have leveled out now, which to me is good. You can't keep shooting up like this. To have a little plateau and to level out and get back your sensible hat on, to me, is a good thing. Inflation, obviously, like I discussed yesterday, is bad. Money's not worth as much as it was yesterday, and everybody needs to put prices and salaries up. But in terms of recession, to me, like I've been reading this now over the last month, there's various different opinions, but it doesn't look like any major problems. All it means is, like I said in my video yesterday, review your finances, look at how much extra more you're going to be spending, sit back, review it, plan for it, forecast for it. It's not difficult to do. It's not rocket science. Send me a message if you've got any questions. I'm not a financial advisor by any means, but I do have a level head, and I am happy to invest time in crunching numbers, because the more accurate figures you put in, the better information you get out. So yeah, I don't think there's a recession on its way. I think it's everything leveling out, getting back sensible. Prices are going up, so effectively you're earning less unless you can charge more, which is what I was saying you should do yesterday, charge more. So yeah, it's not the end of the world. Everything looks okay. It does say in the article everyone needs to tighten their belts, which is ridiculous. As if we haven't been tightening our belts for the last 10 years of austerity, cutbacks, all this sort of thing, food banks. That's a whole different political debate that I'm not going to go into on TikTok. But yeah, I wouldn't be advising anyone to cut back and tighten their belts, because to me that is patronising. What you need to do is get more money.